I swear to God, the only thing missing is Barry Keoghan dancing around the house with his wang out. That's it. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kyle, and if you're new here, this is where we geek out about vinyl records, music, movies, and media. And today we've got a fun one on tap. We are going to be deep diving into Sophie Ellis Bextor's greatest hits compilation, Songs from the Kitchen Disco. This album came out on November the 13th of 2020, and this is more than a greatest hits compilation. This is a celebration of fun, of freedom, and of dancing around your house. I mean, I don't even dance, but I've been known to tap a toe to a lot of these songs. From the crazy cover artwork to the bubblegum pink double disc vinyl, to the gorgeous array of hits spanning her first 6 albums, this album, there's a lot to talk about. So let's drop the needle on it and get started. Okay, let's look at this album packaging, shall we? As a bit of background, this greatest hits album was inspired by a collection of Instagram live stream concerts that Sophie performed from her home weekly during the COVID-19 pandemic lockdown in early 2020. The concert series was entitled The Kitchen Disco, which is where the album title comes from, and they were roughly 30-minute performances that contained a smattering of Sophie tracks and also some cover songs. So looking at this album cover, this looked like one hell of a party. It's half cartoon pop fantasy, half domestic dance cave, and I swear to God, she's thrown in everything on this album cover except the kitchen sink, which is kind of ironic when you think about it. She's thrown in all of these elements, and it's a really busy album cover. she's got everything kitschy that she could possibly think of on this album cover. She's got disco balls, she's got this tinsel curtain, she's got a chandelier, she's got these embroidered sequined hot pants, she's got bedazzled tango shoes. I mean, she's even got like a fringe hanging off the sleeves of this poochy looking top. I think this is a tiara that she's wearing. I mean, everything that she could have thought to put on this album cover, she did. Even when it comes to the album title lettering, it's very, very, it's giving me 70s vibes with the actual font, but it's also giving me 80s with the color scheme. So yeah, it's just really bright party tones, and it's just a lot. Why so busy, Sophie? Why'd you have to do that to us? There's a lot to look at here. And then when we open up the gatefold, we've got more pictures from the Kitchen Disco series, and so we've got pictures of her kids in the background. We've got her in the album cover outfit in these 2 photos. Looks like she has a pinball machine in her house, which that's pretty cool if you have 5 kids, which apparently she does according to this letter that she also included. That's just stating the purpose of the greatest hits and the inspiration behind the concert series that she did on Instagram. And she's got all these graffiti elements as well. She's got, we got stars, we've got hearts, we've got disco balls, we've got lightning bolts, we have smiley faces. It's like a bowl of friggin' Lucky Charms on this album. We've got pictures of her or her bandmates in these weird horse head and shark head masks. She did that on her concert tour, and I'm not sure why she does that. I guess it's, just a bit of fun. But yeah, when I saw her in Toronto last year in 2024, she did the exact same thing. During a couple of her songs, her bandmates were wearing these weird animal mask heads, and, it's fine, but it's like, why? And then on the back cover, we have the track listing of the 20 songs that make up the album. And also another picture of, I guess it's her in this horse head and Spider-Man suit hanging from the windowsill. And again, why? I guess, it's a fun little cheeky nod to something, but I don't know what it is. But regardless, it's, it's fun. And so the 20 songs that make up the track listing, 16 of them are Sophie hits, and then we've got 4 cover songs. We have True Faith, Do you remember the first time, Crying at the Discotheque, and My Favorite Things, which is obviously a cover from the Sound of Music. So I also wanted to talk about the album sleeves. On the first side of the first sleeve, you'll find the 10 set lists that were from the original Kitchen Disco performances in 2020. I can't wait to make playlists out of all of you. And then on the second sleeve, we have the lyrics to all 4 of the cover songs that are available on the album. And I appreciate that she wrote these in her own penmanship, but her penmanship, I have to say, is atrocious. I mean, seriously, I can't even read this. It looks like it's written in my doctor's writing, honest to God. And then on the other side of both sleeves, we have the credits for the tracks that are on the album. So there's 20 tracks on this album, and they're both in this stunning, vibrant orange and pink kind of motif at the back, which just makes me think of sherbet, and sherbet. And speaking of ice cream, let's look at this bubblegum pink vinyl. Oh my god. This is perfect for vinyl collectors or just music fans in general. If you have a turntable and you love Sophie Ellis Bextor, you need this spinning on your turntable. I mean, it just brings a sense of fun and play and nostalgia to your listening experience, you know? Whether you're just vibing to the album or if you're admiring it for its sweet candy color, I mean, come on, this is a knockout. Okay, so I just listened to the full album and I wanted to go through some of my stars and strikes. So that's what I'm calling my favorite tracks and my least favorite tracks on the album. So the first favorite track would be Take Me Home, A Girl Like Me. I'm loving the Cher sample in this song, and I love that this is her first official single from a studio album. Very ballsy to have your first song be a cover song, although she has written some new lyrics, so it's reflecting more of the 2000s era rather than the 70s era, which was when Cher released it. So yeah, very infectious song. Murder on the Dance Floor, of course, the song is a bop. We all know it, and I'm so grateful to Saltburn for putting this in their movie and giving her this career renaissance that she's having now, almost 20 years later. Actually, more than 20 years later. The fact that she's touring now and she's been able to tour North America because she's got more of a fan base here now. I mean, I got to see her in Toronto on her North American tour last year. This is a poster. And her signature, which is very nice. Yeah, she's a really good live performer, actually. She does dance like Elaine from Seinfeld, which is kind of hilarious to me, but she admits that she's a terrible dancer, so I don't think, I'm new in saying that. The next song, which is Music Gets the Best of Me, and this song is a fucking anthem. I mean, music is definitely my first love and one of my main loves. If someone were to put a gun to my head, of course I would say it's my partner, Chris. But, deep down, music is, such a constant love in my life, and, just to have a song that reflects that, it's really special. Me and My Imagination. I like this song because it's kind of cheeky and tongue-in-cheek. She's telling this guy, can you be a bit more subtle with, your moves when you're getting to know me? Because, don't put it all out there. Just, leave some things to me in my imagination. And Crying at the Discotheque, which was the single from this album. And this is a cover of a song by a band called Alcazar, and I guess they were around in the 80s. I'm not sure. I hadn't heard of them before now. But I did watch the music video for the song that they did back then, and all of the band members are actually wearing animal heads in the music video. So I'm thinking that's where the horse head is coming from on the back cover. And perhaps that's why her band wears the animal heads on stage. So glad to have that mystery solved. This is a really infectious pop song. It's perfect for a single, and I'm glad that she included it on this album. She actually opened the tour with that song, and it's a great opener to a concert tour as well. And I'm also going to give a star to the song Starlight because I love the 80s synth sound on this song. It is very 80s. It almost sounds like a Depeche Mode song. So this is a standout musically for me as well. And now on to the strikes. So the strikes I have are for the song Mixed Up World, just because the song is very repetitive. It kind of bores me a little bit. So another repetitive song is the song Groovejet, If This Ain't Love. I remember this song very specifically, and I still kind of have a grudge toward this song. So when the song first came out, I was visiting my cousin in Scotland, and the song had just come out, and it was battling with Victoria Beckham from the Spice Girls, Posh Spice. It was battling her and her first solo venture with a group called True Steppers. It was a song called Out of Your Mind, and the two were battling for the #1 spot, and Sophie and Spiller, the original band that worked with her on this song, got to #1. And I remember reading in the newspaper in Scotland that she was a little bit of a dick about it. Just love Posh Spice. She was my favorite Spice Girl, and I was a huge Spice Girl stan, still am. So that's why I have a grudge against that song. True Faith, which is a cover by New Order. I just like the New Order version a lot better than her version. Bittersweet. So Bittersweet, it sounds a lot like a Kylie Minogue song called The One, which was on her album X. So that's the only reason that I'm putting it on. It just sounds like something I've heard before. It's nothing fresh or new. And I'm not really digging her version of My Favorite Things. Once you have Julie Andrews sing that song, no others have to apply. Thank you, but it's just a bit of a weaker vocal, and, I'm just not a fan. Okay, so what's my vinyl verdict on Sophie Ellis Bextor's Songs from the Kitchen Disco? I'm going to give her a 7 out of 10, mainly for the busyness of the packaging. It's a very busy photo on the front cover, which is fine. It's bold, it's fun, but a lot of things going on to look at. And also some of the songs, a little bit boring, like Young Love. That's another one that I forgot to put on the strikes. Young Love, it's a ballad, and it's the only ballad really that's on here, so it's a little boring. It's not her greatest vocal. So yeah, a couple of the songs, not my favorites, but the beautiful bubblegum pink vinyl double disc, so pretty. Love that, and had a lot of fun dancing around the house to this album, which is kind of the intent of the whole thing anyway. So, she did what she came here for, and 7 out of 10. Okay, that's a wrap on today's deep dive into Sophie Ellis Bextor. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future reviews. Do you guys have this album at home? And if so, what's your favorite song on the album? Or is there a song that's grown on you over time? Let me know down in the comments. Thank you so much as always for watching. And as always, keep spinning those records. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.